Hello and welcome to In The Game, Qatar's first sports podcast. This is a very special evening and I'm so proud to be here with three special guests. This whole weekend, let me tell you, it started off on Thursday afternoon. It was this Qatar Sports Tech Hackathon, where we had so many people come in and wanted to pitch their ideas, wanted to create their ideas and then pitch it at the culmination on today. And we've got the two runners up and the winner on the show tonight. So it's a really special occasion. And congratulations to all of you for getting to this stage. Wonderful.
Thank you.
So I'm going to start by saying, I'm going to start with the third place. Welcome to the show. Please introduce yourself and please tell us a little bit about your concept.
Hello, my name is Ahmed Al-Fadil. I'm an electrical engineer by profession. The concept that I went into the hackathon was to utilize regular wearables, bio-wearables for sports, and to use them to get data insights for professional team sports like football and basketball.
Brilliant. And could I start with the group that came second? Could you introduce yourself and talk about your team? Hello?
Yes, hello. So our team focused on making sporting events more accessible, both at home as well as at the stadium itself. So at the stadium, we wanted to include things that made it accessible for people with disabilities. And at home, we wanted to make it more immersive through virtual reality.
And we had a conversation, didn't we? And I think you were one of I really liked your group. You came together as a team. It was amazing. And by the way, I was one of the mentors. So I had a special privilege to have met most of you on this call today. But you done really amazing, ladies, because you came up against something very difficult and you had to change your idea and you had to start afresh. I thought that you done amazingly well and congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was nice talking to you about our ideas. It really helped.
You were fantastic. We're going to come back to you, obviously, but now the first one. Could you introduce yourself and tell us your team and what you did with your concept?
Sure. So we're a group of 5 students from Carnegie Mellon, and the 3 of us are from information systems, and 2 of us are business majors. Our idea is integrating augmented reality in a phone application and using this fun game inside a fan zone during the FIFA 2022 World Cup. And basically we'll have like augmented reality special markers around the fan zone, and whoever enters the fan zone can play this game through their phones and scan barcodes and like have augmented reality displays on their phone of different 2022 stadiums. And they can get like information about them. They can also view the location of the fan zone through their phones. Like since like the fan zone can be quite big and they might lose their directions, they can easily find their ways.
You were my first call this morning, very early, right? We were talking this morning, and I was just so excited. You could tell that I was excited about your concept and idea. Again, congratulations for winning the competition. It was fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
How did you all? I'm going to just say number 3. So how did you enjoy? I told you before this thing that I wouldn't be able to remember names. I'm terrible. I'm 53, and you should have got me in that for remembering things. How did you enjoy the whole program? Qatar Sports Tech is just incredible, right?
It's amazing, honestly. This was my first hackathon, first experience, first virtual hackathon as well, as a whole of the experience. It was a learning experience. It was very in-depth, it was very engaging, but it was very positive and a lot of fun. I had a blast.
And what did you think how the whole competition was organized?
Very well organized. A lot of support. This is what I like the most about it. A lot of support, a lot of guidance, a lot of mentors always available, always encouraging you to ask questions, to seek for help. There's a very supportive environment. I think that's what makes the difference.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I'm going to go to the second group now, because this is something that I want you to explain. You came up against a couple of negatives, and you overcome those negatives. How did you enjoy the competition, and how did you, when you felt you had to change your ideas, how did you feel and how did you get over it?
Basically, our idea was so a point of view camera that allows people from home, people with hearing and visual impairments, to see like the game from the player's perspective. And we were so excited about the idea. And the first day we planned everything, and we spoke to many mentors, and they were all like, they were so supportive and everything. And then after we submitted our proposal, we heard that a startup just released the exact same idea. And yeah, that was like a big challenge. So day 2, we met with you, of course, and many other mentors, and they just like gave us ideas. Like they said, maybe use augmented reality, virtual reality. So stick with your original idea, but like add things to make it more unique and more innovative.
I think that's what impressed me with you most of all, and I know that I'm repeating myself probably. You came up against it. I could hear it in your voices when we got on the call, and you kind of, I knew that we just had to try and grasp something that you could get a hold of, and I knew the type of thing that you were going to have to go through, because you were going to have quite a few mentors that were going to try and help you out, but you had to make a decision yourself, and this is where I give you the full credit, because you actually had to go and do something that you had to feel right with, and you had to make sure that it fitted in with your whole kind of idea and what you were trying to develop. And that was just incredible. And the one thing I would say to you also is that you came together as a team. Your team was absolutely fantastic in that. You all stuck together and you came out and you produced the goods, and you came second, which is fantastic. Did you like the competition? How did you like the competition? Was it something really special for you?
Yeah, we were honestly so surprised when we heard that we won second place, because it was like such a huge competition, playing with all these other professionals. Like they are like engineers, doctors, journalists, and we're just students from CMU. So it was like a very, very special experience, and we're so honored to have won second place.
I'd say you've got it, and please just keep it going, okay? Because you've got all of you got great ideas, and this is just the start of the journey. And I'm going to go back to 3 before I come to 1 again. This guy here is taking advantage of and I know the COVID-19 was a bad thing, but I just want to bring up, we talked just before we came on air with yourself, and you only took up developing 3 months ago when the lockdown hit.
That's right. I started learning how to code in the first day of April, actually, because that's the day where a website called Code Academy, and I want to give them thanks. They put out all their online courses and programs for free for people who want to learn how to code, to help those affected by the pandemic. I saw that as an opportunity, and I signed up for one of their courses for learning how to code in Python. And I learned how to do it in the span of 3 to 4 weeks, just every day working on it. And that actually gave me the technical background to then go and start to work on my own personal project about wearables that I then later on participated in the hackathon.
Honestly, and I wanted to bring that up because it is special, because you teams have taken advantage of the situation. You've looked at it and you've pushed yourselves, and you've spent your whole weekend doing this, and it's a credit to you. So well done to everybody. So I'm going to come to team 1. So what is it like for you to have won the competition? Hello, team 1.
We didn't expect it.
Yeah, it was quite a surprise.
You've done incredible.
They were like, they liked our idea, and they told us that's a winning idea, but like we didn't really feel like we're gonna win out of all the 13 teams.
Honestly, you've done a fantastic job. It's a credit. And again, one of the things that, and I spoke with you, as I said earlier this morning, I think you were my first call. You were just, again, what shines through me through this whole process was the people that came together as a team, that worked together as a team, pulled together. And I think that was one of the traits that I saw with yours this morning, and it was fantastic. And you had some wonderful, wonderful ideas. And again, there were some things that there was a few negatives that you had to deal with, and you had to overcome, which was fantastic for you guys. It was brilliant. What are you going to take away from this event? What are you going to kind of look back on and think that was just incredible?
I think, like, mainly we shouldn't look down at ourselves. Like, whatever idea we have, we should always like be sure that we can make it.
Okay, I think we're having a little bit of a sound problem there. Yeah, I think.
Possible.
Are you back? Are you back?
Yes.
Yeah, can you carry on? Sorry, because we lost you for a second.
Okay, so we're saying that the most important thing is that we're confident. Like, we have to be confident. Whatever competition we join, that like our idea is amazing and winning is not impossible. And we just like keep brainstorming and developing ideas without looking down at ourselves.
If you think about what you've just said there, that's an incredible statement, and due credit to Qatar Sports Tech. This brings out the best of people. This is what's going to kind of change the country. People like yourselves, but them giving you, giving me, giving everybody the opportunity to participate. And to listen to what your statement was just then is just incredible. And congratulations, ladies, because you've done a wonderful, wonderful job. You all did. Now, what's going to be the future? So I'm going to go to number 3. What are you going to do now that you've achieved this amazing tab?
I'm going to try to build an actual prototype to actually capture this data in an amateur football and try to present it in the best way possible. So my dream is to be able to produce, like, if you watch the Premier League, Steve, if you watch the Champions League or any of these fancy football leagues, the best ones in the world, they have really good data insights about players, how much distance he covered, his speed, his goal contribution, all that stuff. I dream of bringing that down to amateur football. So if I can build a prototype that does that, I'll be over the moon. And come on, what we want to do, especially on our podcast In The Game, I want you to come back and explain exactly what you've done. Don't give in here. This is just the beginning, okay? And this is 100%. Just a magnificent achievement that you've done here. And you've been up against, as the lady says, you've been up against some serious competitors today, and you've like the ladies themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we always, the thing with it is, it's power to the ladies. Come on. And I'm in business. I help businesses establish. And I keep on telling people, hey, listen, let me tell you something. There's a movement happening in Qatar. For every one man that wants to start up a business, there's 5 ladies. Okay, and this just proves it. So, and now that goes on to the second team again. I'm coming back to you now. Where are you going after this? What are you doing? What bug is it giving you? How are you going to take this forward?
So hopefully in the future we manage to actually work on this project, because it is something because our main argument was that this is really needed, especially for the people with disabilities. And we know that this is a really important thing and a change, especially since we're also going to be having the World Cup in a few years. So hopefully we can work on this and develop it.
Ladies, I told you when we spoke today, or was about, there's so much responsibility on your shoulders. You are the next generation when it comes to local Qatari Qataris. Do you realize just how much pressure is on your shoulders? Because you're going to be inspirational to a lot of ladies.
When you really think about it, it is insane to see the change over the past few years with the current rise of businesses in Qatar. And hopefully in the future that even is becoming better. And hopefully I'm part of that too. So even though it's a huge responsibility, it's a change that we need.
Honestly, the only way you can change is by getting them in there and making a difference. Again, you made a difference today, ladies, let me tell you. And you impressed me so much. I thought, I just didn't, because you were very quiet on the message boards. And I was thinking to myself, I hope they're okay, I hope they're okay. And then all of a sudden I come back and I see you've come second. I was just so excited. You've done so well and fantastic. You just keep on leading the way, ladies, because you deserve everything you've done today. It's an amazing achievement. I'm going to finish off with going to number one now. You won the competition. Did you ever think that this was going to happen to you today?
No, actually, we're like at the beginning, we were so intrigued with the statistics about the participants, like mainly males and older people, and we were like, are we gonna beat all those people who are like experts? So yeah, it was an amazing thing that we were able to make it.
And I'm not going to finish here. I thought I was going to finish here. I've got some more questions for you. I'm sorry. And everybody's saying, oh, come on, Steve. Look, one of the things that I want to do right now is I want you to, and I'm going to start with number one first. I want you to tell people what they should be, for the next hackathon, tell them why they should, if they've got any kind of, if they're excited about this, what should they do?
They need to apply like right now. They need to trust their abilities and their skills because nothing is impossible. And this competition is actually for everyone. It's not meant to be for only programmers or only designers. It's for everyone to join.
And just because you're a student and other people are professional with your ideas, because at the end of the day, teamwork makes it all, and then ideas don't really just generate in the minds of people who are professionals, but in any other person really. So collective intelligence is key, and having confidence in yourself, and ladies always make it.
Yeah, you definitely do. And I can't wait to put this on all of my social media because ladies definitely do. You can do it. I'm telling you, the men, they've got to watch their backs. We're not going anywhere. I said that we were going to I've got some questions coming in, and there's one from Khaled Salah. Could we know from the winners, and I'll ask some other questions as well, but could we know from the winners, did you have previous experience before this competition?
No, actually, this was our first time applying for a hackathon, and this was our first experience.
Ladies, I'm sorry, I've got to do it. You were fantastic, honestly, and that was a brilliant answer. And as back it up, make sure you apply for the hackathon. What would your number three? What would your advice be to somebody that was considering coming into the hackathon?
Do it. There's nothing to lose. There's no any kind of negative portion of the experience. Even if you come in and you don't get picked or nothing happens, it's still just a great experience all around. There's actually no negative attachment to it at all. People actually have this fear of rejection or maybe not living up to a certain standard when it comes to applying to this hackathon. But I myself, just like the ladies, this is my first hackathon, no prior experience. And I got third place. So really, there's no limit. Just go for it.
And there is no limit. You've just got to believe. Just believe. Go and make a difference. And I'm going to ask the same question to number two.
I think the best advice I can give is to try it, because as well, for most of us, this was also a first time experience. So I think trying and experiencing something new, even though it can be challenging or scary at first, or you might not think you're good enough, I just think just the experience itself is really great. And I think Ahmed's answer said it perfectly. Don't doubt yourself and apply. You never know, you can actually win.
And I'm going to kind of let's give the messages, and I'm going to start with number 3. What message do you want to give to QST?
Thank you. This is important. We need this. There's a rise in technology right now all around the world, not only in Qatar. Things like wearables, smart stadiums, all these things, all this technology is becoming cheaper and cheaper and more accessible to the public. And this is the perfect time to capitalize on that. So thank you, QST.
Good on you. Come on, number 2. What would you like to say to QST?
We would like to say that we really appreciate the experience and the opportunity that they've given us. Not only the opportunity to join and volunteer in this competition, but also just through the experience through mentors and talking to people who are actually experienced in this field, really sets a different viewpoint to things that we might have not noticed otherwise. So thank you for everything, honestly.
You were amazing, and I know that they're all standing proud listening to you all now. And I'm going to finish up with the number 1 team. Okay, so what would you like to say to QST right now?
We want to thank them for this lovely opportunity, and also thank them for how Slack was helpful and mentors were helpful, and this was really honestly nice meeting with the mentors was the best thing that has ever happened in this competition. They're so helpful and they give us so much motivation and confidence. They're honestly the best. And they gave also constructive constructive feedback.
Yeah, whenever we ended a call with a mentor, we talked together and we're like, whoa, this is the best mentor ever. All of them are literally the best mentors.
I've got to say, you were absolutely fantastic contestants, and you are a credit. You really are. You're so young. You're all so young. You've got no fear. You've gone out there and you've taken some of the best minds on. It's just amazing. And you're all students. I have to take my hat off to you. I've got to take my hat off to all the institutions here in Qatar, because they are actually putting so much into this to give people like yourself a true opportunity. So QST, you've got to take a bow, because you've done fantastically well. So it's same with QDB. The things that you put on the weekend was incredible. You've done an amazing job. Well, it was an amazing job. And you guys, I can't wait to see what you can achieve. The sky's the limit. And and as I said to you before, all of you, you've got my telephone number. If you ever need any help or assistance or advice from me, I'm always there for you. You were just all incredible, and I'm proud. I'm honored to have touched some of your lives, and you've touched mine for sure. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Everybody, I hope you've enjoyed the show. For me, it was an absolute credit to be honored to be here today to interview the 2 runners-up and the winners of the competition. Let this be a lesson to you. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve. If anything, just look at some of the guests. These are 3 wonderful examples about how you can make a huge difference. Everybody, thanks for joining in the game. Until we see next time, thanks for listening.